heart full of pain, but my soul turned.
What's good, everybody? What's good? So, from the last video I was doing, because I was froze for some reason, I don't know, but I understand that Ty Boogie has good insights, good information about prison life. Understand. And the reasons why I can speak my opinion on this is because I am a child of a parent who was locked up. My mom was locked up in federal prison. She did 20 plus. And I was the son who was living in Louisville, Kentucky, like I am now. I would send her money. All while I'm in high school. I would send her money from when I was 14 up until she got out. So, yes, it was around 2017 to 2018 when she got out. And I remember those times. I remember them. And I know that Ty Boogie has a lot of information to give people. And I understand where he's coming from. But let's speak on what's going on. You feel me? Let's see.
Inmate number name Tariq Garrett. Like, nah, bro. I can't.
Waving hand sign
it.
welcome in SN1P3R_3TH first message of the stream fire.
Being available for my kids and walking them through life. There's a lot of moments as a parent. You won't. I can't even sit here and tell you, to prepare for it. It just happened, and you just got to be there so you can walk them through it. And every kid in different stages.
And see, I understand. He's speaking on the prison life over being a father. My father, he was never locked up. My mom was locked up. So, through my life, like, my father, he was alive. He was around. But he didn't really give me an upbringing, so to speak. But I knew who my dad was. So, my day's going good. How is your day going, Sniper? Where you coming out of? Where you coming from? What state? Shout your state out. Shout out your hometown. I'm focusing on bettering my channel for the people. To help y'all with. I'm here to help other people who want to be entrepreneurs and do it the right way. Hmm. So yeah.
It's very hard to do that from a phone because some things you have to be there to see it. One thing about kids, like my daughter, she's going through this right now. Hey, baby, how's your day going? How was school this week? How was this? How was your week? Good. Okay, anything interesting happen? No, not really. You ain't gonna get nothing out of kids. They ain't gonna tell you nothing. Know what I mean? Nothing. The other day I asked her, because me and my boys was down here watching the game and whatever. I had some people over, and her good friend, one of my homies' daughters were upstairs, and it was a loud noise. And my homie's daughter fell. And, he just immediately knew it was his daughter that fell. I didn't know how he knew, but he jumped up. He was the only one that got up and ran upstairs or whatever. He was like, yep, it was my daughter. It was funny. He came back downstairs. He was good or whatever. She ain't hurt herself or nothing. She just tripped. Next day, I'm driving my daughter back to her mom's house. And I say to my daughter, I said, baby, did such and such fall yesterday? She says, no. I said, oh, okay. Well, because her dad ran upstairs and he came back downstairs and said she fell. She was like, oh, yeah, she did fall. Okay, so if I ain't add context, you would have just went with the first no. Daddy's bugging. You ain't gonna get nothing out of kids. Why do I say this? You have to be there. All right, there's some things you got to be able to be like, yeah, nah. See, no, you ain't supposed to do that. No, this is not how that goes. This is how it goes. Because most likely kids ain't going to tell you when they have minor infractions. They going to make it seem like life is good. But yeah, man. Best ability is availability, and that is the thesis statement of this video. All right, fellas, stay available for your kids. Stay available for your wives. Stay available for your family. All right. Sometimes you got to tuck your ego, tuck your pride to stay available. All right. It's tough, but the best ability is availability. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, turn on my post notifications and all that good stuff, man. If you want to make some extra money just playing games on your phone, all you got to do is click the link in the description below, the link in the comment section. These apps are literally paying people just to play games on your phone. All right, so try it out. See if it's for you. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But if you catch yourself making money, y'all know my slogan. Make your money. Until next time, y'all, it's me, your boy, Ty Boogie. I'm out of here, man. Peace.
What's your family's wildest secret or scandal?
Damn.
Hold on 1 second. Wait a minute. You feel me? Just wait a minute. Oh, you from Romania? Dang. Hey, y'all good over there? Y'all good over there? Y'all good in Romania? Y'all good in Romania? How to, hold up. Before I go to the video, right, cool. So now this one, the most shocking family secrets by none other than SNG, titled Shits and Gigs. So let's get into it.
Usual peach emoji dripping down the chin. Juicy, juicy, juicy. Right. My uncle got my dad's place searched for apparently building bombs.
Jeez.
Yikes. Apparently building bombs, bro. Okay, we're off to a rocky start.
My dad married my mum's best friend, then divorced her and then married my mum.
Oh, so the mum was the sighting.
The mum was the sighting in the first place.
Damn.
Married the best friend first, locked that off.
So give me that.
Give me mumsy.
Just off the bat, you start your life with less respect for your mum than you should.
Facts.
And your dad's a dog.
Facts.
That's just what you're born into.
He's an Alsatian. Yeah. He's just on stuff.
Wow, okay.
Wow. My grandmother cheated on my grandfather with his nephew and had my dad. I'm going to say that again. My grandmother cheated on my grandfather with his nephew and had my dad. That's
a secret.
That's
bloodline is.
Yeah. That's Targaryen stuff.
Yeah.
That's Targaryen
That's where
stuff.
extra noses come from.
My mum has been cheating on my dad for 4 years now.
Oh my God.
Just privy to that info. For 4 years now.
Bro, did you, random, did you watch Fableman on Fableman's?
No, once you told me it was boring, I didn't bother.
Bro, okay, I'm going to spoil it then.
Go for
There's
it.
one thing in there that I'm going to spoil.
Yeah.
I did end up watching the end of it. Ended like it started. Boring.
Oh, that's a shame.
I'm just going to throw it out there, guys. The Fablemans, if that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's called the
Like
Fablemans.
basically the loose Steven Spielberg biopic.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Boring, bro.
That's a shame.
The entitlement this man has to think that life is interesting is crazy to me.
Mad.
But basically, his mum's a bit,
Okay.
loves the dad's best friend.
Okay.
And homeboy only clocked it by doing family. The dad's best friend is just obviously known as uncle, and he's just around all the time.
Yeah.
And only by doing like little family videos did
Yeah.
homeboy clock that his mum's.
Wet for that.
Yeah. So he one time he chopped it all up together, collated all the evidence.
Yeah.
Sat his mum down because he hated his mum for time. She was like, "What's going on, bro? Why do you hate me so much?" He said, "Yeah, cool.
I'll show you.
Sit down."
Yeah.
Ran the whole thing. She's crying, he's crying, everything. She's like, I'm sorry. Then they moved to a different town. The mum can't take it anymore. She needs her sighting. She can't take it anymore. And because she's a bit already, she just lets it all out.
Oh.
Yeah, let's say, I can't remember the homeboy's name. He's played by Seth Rogen, the friend.
Yeah.
Call him Harry or something. She just comes out from him and said, I need Harry. You moved us away from him, and I need him back.
So where's Pops? Is he
The
alive?
Pops is watching
We're
this
here.
unveil.
Oh.
And her Pops loves his wife. She said, I need Harry, send me back.
Damn.
You're playing like he's your best friend, but you know he's mine. That's what she said.
Nah. I introduced you, man. What do you mean?
Play like he's your best friend when you know he's mine. Send me back. I need him.
didn't hear that.
In front of all of her kids. She got like 3 kids.
Oh my God.
In front of all of her kids and the husband. The husband's crying.
Oh, I bet.
But he loves her so much, he said, be free. If that's what you want, go and be free with
Yeah,
him.
it's a different time, innit? It's a different time.
Bro.
Yeah,
And the mum would send in like pictures, just updates of like
How her life is going.
When the kids are with her,
Yeah.
she would just send like postcards and stuff, how life's going, and you'll see them two in the back lipsing. The dad falls to his knees.
Nah, man.
Then when he receives these family updates, it's butters.
Nah, man. That's peak, bro.
Bro. She was cheating, and she had to make it main. She physically couldn't sit through it anymore.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's different type of lust.
Bro.
That's a different type of
My
lust.
wife could never, mother of my children,
Never.
if we stopped this pod and you just stopped coming around,
Yeah.
and she was like, I need Fuhad back in this yard.
ASAP.
You took him from us, and you're playing like it's your boy.
He's not your best friend. You know he's mine. Yeah, you outline her.
Fam, I wouldn't outline anything. The only outline would be in chalk. Fam, I'll pick her up with one hand, bro.
Shake it. Shake
Oh,
it.
the snot bubbles popping in my nose. Nah.
Oh, you play like he's your best friend when you know he's mine. I couldn't hear that.
Oh, I promise you.
Yeah, that's...
I'll scream for Satan to take me now. Take me, swallow me up, bro.
Oh,
Pause.
my God, yeah. Peak.
All right, carry on.
What's your family's wildest secret or scandal? My uncle through marriage is my sugar daddy and no one knows, not even him. He's doing up alias and she's just patting the money.
She knows it's her uncle, and
Yeah,
the uncle doesn't even know it's
know.
his niece.
Yeah.
He's just paying for stuff.
Paying, but...
And
yeah.
she's just sending him
Whatever she needs to send. Man said sending him whatever she needs to send him.
to get a bag.
Yeah.
And she knows I'm not at fault.
Yeah, she knows it's the uncle by marriage, so it's not even blood.
And he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
run that. Yeah, give me that.
That expose would be wild. That would be wild.
Jeez.
I'm purposely ruining my credit so we can't buy a house so his mother can't find a way to move in with us. I'm purposely ruining my credit.
Just missing payments. Just starting
doesn't
very
need to
accounts
get to
for no
that level,
reason.
though.
Bro, it doesn't.
It doesn't need to get to that level. That's crazy.
That's an Eastern family. It has to be. So we're talking African, Asian, something's going on over there. That mother stuff?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is
That's
nuts.
crazy. My granddad brought his mistress to his wife's funeral. Them man do things different.
The older generation, the
don't
grandparents,
give a fuck.
there's 7 months left of my life.
Yeah.
If you think I'm spending a day without her, you're crazy.
Crazy.
You're crazy. I want her here.
Facts. I've got nothing else left
Literally.
to live for. Nothing.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care about no one's opinion.
Keep your
opinions to yourself. I've done what I needed to do for all of you lot.
Yeah, fact.
I've
I
done what I
raised
need to do
all of you.
you. It's
You all
my
owe me
turn.
at least 20 bags each, bro.
Facts.
Shut
whatever
up.
you wanna say.
Let me be happy, man.
My wife's dead.
Yeah, facts. To be fair, bro, when
my
I'm
wife's
old,
dead.
my wife's dead. You think I've got time for this?
I'm bringing anyone round.
Run me something now.
I need throat.
Facts.
I need throat. I'm 79 and I need throat.
Time's running out, bro.
Fact, it's ticking.
Yeah. Cialis and neck. Cialis and neck, bro. I don't care whose
All I
funeral it
need.
is.
Facts.
Let me grieve how I grieve.
Facts. Let me grieve how I grieve. We're all different, but we're all human at the same
Facts,
time.
because after this funeral, you're pairing off,
facts.
everyone's going back to the happy
Then
family. What am I
where
doing?
am I going? This is my wife we're burying.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
me go back to something too.
Yeah, let me go back to something warm.
It's something warm and wet.
Oh, shoot.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's so jokes.
Both my parents were cheating on each other, and my dad's side piece would call the house and just breathe on the phone.
What?
Bro, these sightings need to chill.
They need locking up.
Yeah, they do.
all
They
need
do.
locking up.
Stop it. I don't. Honestly, it's just emotions. You're living off emotions.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Why do you want to hurt me?
Just breathing down the phone. That's psychotic. Say something. If you're gonna do or say something, say something.
How long was she still exciting after the first call, though? Once he clocked it was her, how many times did he keep banging her?
He ran it back.
Yeah, of course he did, bro.
Back, bro.
I hate men, bro. I hate us because we're just so pathetic.
So weak. He ran it back. My parents lost a 5-foot snake in their house 2 days before they sold it and kept it quiet.
To be fair, bro, I've worked in the housing industry for a short stint. you'd keep it quiet too. These completion dates, bro. These men will pull out at the last minute. I swear down.
You need that deadline to be
We
written.
need that. I need that deposit in my account tomorrow. The snake stays.
Say less. My ex is now married to my cousin. That's
that
a
happens,
family reunion, boy.
Oh, bro, we're squaring
You
up,
have to. Every year you have to square up.
bro. I'm gonna keep this
As PG as possible.
not even as PG, but just like
As alias as possible.
as alias as possible.
Say less.
I may or may not know of someone who. Actually, never mind, bro.
All right, say that.
It's so specific.
Say less. Say you can't
It's
work
so-
your way around.
I can't even
I see your
maneuver it.
brain ticking.
Yeah, I'm
You're
trying to
doing that.
think.
What's his Gadifolakis? All over the
And the thing
place.
is, the person I'm talking to is not even a friend.
Okay.
I don't even like this person.
Okay,
but it's just yeah.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
They are. Looking at the camera,
You're lucky.
They are.
Yeah. My granddad was a pimp for real, for real. May that man burn in hell in Jesus' name.
Damn.
Damn indeed, bro.
Do you remember do you remember Hitch? Will Smith, Eva
I remember the
Longoria.
movie, yeah.
And they go jet skiing.
Eva Longoria, Eva Mendes.
Eva Mendes, sorry. Eva Mendes, and they go. They take jet skis to that island.
That's been.
Do you remember this, Ram? They take jet skis to the island where all the immigrants go to when they make it from their respective countries to New York.
Okay.
They have to go through this island, and that's where they sign. And there's like old, like generations of like
It's like a registry of immigrants. Right?
registry of immigrants kind of thing. And there's like she's like 3 generations later or whatever.
Okay.
And as part of the date, he takes her to that island, and like her granddad, great granddad's name.
Oh, okay.
Is on there, and he tells her that she cries, bro.
Okay.
She cries, and she does this weird thing when she's crying. She goes,
Yeah,
like that.
she
Do
does
you
some,
remember?
she does some like weird kind of hiccup kind of
Yeah, she
scream
goes,
thing. I've never understood what she's
But yeah,
doing.
it's
fam.
like a family secret thing. He was a murderer.
yeah.
Yeah, he was a murderer in Mexico or something. Then dipped to America.
Oh snap!
That's their family secret.
Oh wow, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. No, I can't remember that movie at all, bro. I saw it years
Rewatch it,
ago.
bro. Rewatch. It's a good one.
Yeah, I will.
It's just cool, man.
It is. My grandma's brother is a cult leader. As kids,
Same.
What
Sorry.
did you say?
It's the same.
That spun me.
Good.
My grandma's brother is a cult leader. As kids, we were told not to eat his wife's food. Yeah. Them. You've never heard stuff like that.
Nah, what?
Yeah. That's more. I don't even know. Yeah, that's more like African, Asian, Caribbean. Yeah.
What's the premise? I don't understand.
If you're a cult, like, you just can't eat in anyone's yard, basically, because they could be judging the food.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, you eat some, you start seeing stuff for 40 days and 40 nights. You never know. Do you know what I mean? You turn into yam or something.
Don't eat his food.
Yeah, stuff happens,
Wow. I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah,
I'll just
yeah,
bag everyone's food.
bro. Nah, bro, stuff can happen. Stuff can happen.
Okay, cool.
My uncle was caught sending feet pics to older men.
Damn. How old is his uncle? Because he's grown. He's grown.
Feet pics to older men. How are you caught, bro?
Yeah,
You're sloppy. You're trying to get money and you're sloppy.
To be
about
fair
it.
though, like I would find like once something's been going on for so long,
Yeah.
I would get mad sloppy too. Yeah,
You've been
just,
getting away with it for like a year.
yeah, because we're just at the beach as a family. I'm not gonna miss out the opportunity to have like twinkle toes in the sand.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna not
And
do
just-
it. Yeah.
think, why the fuck?
That's
you
the
taking pictures of
third
me?
pick
Yeah.
today.
Facts.
Why are you putting seashells in between your toes? What's going on?
Hashtagging it, she sells seashells on the seashore.
She sells seashells. Wow. Yeah.
Jokes. I'm not gonna miss out on the opportunity. Oh God. My uncle married my sister's high school bully. Her mum was a family friend. Damn. The high school bully.
It's a girl as well.
Yeah.
Girl bullies are bastards. Boy bullies are bastards, but you just know what their intention is.
Yeah.
They just want to hurt you.
Yeah, that's it.
Girl bullies want the whole school to hurt you.
It's They want you to die to death.
Yeah, this emotional, like, guy bullies will just beat you up.
Facts.
So if you're avoiding him, you're avoiding pain.
Yeah.
Girl bullies will spin stuff.
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere.
That's tough, man. That's tough. My mum was in love with my dad's best friend, and when she met them both and ended up settling for my dad. Being in love, my mum was in love with my dad's best friend, you know, when she met them both, and she ended up settling for the dad. That's peak.
Certain dads, like, let's call them Jerrys. Certain man are just Jerrys out here, bro. Certain man are just Jerrys, and we'll just firm that. When I hear stories about, like, when I met your mum, she just was not on it, but I pursued, and she was dating this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, and I'm the one that stuck by her the whole time. And man, lesson, guys, never give up.
Jerry, loser,
bro. My dad could never tell me that story. You waste, man.
Yeah, that Jerry reference is so peak.
No one could call me a Jerry.
That's so peak, bro. Who would you rather be, though? Would you rather be Jerry? Who else is a loser?
Oh,
I'm sure there's another show.
There's a few. I can name a few losers, bro. We've got, like, Mr. Smithers. He's a loser. Jerry's a loser. We've probably got, like, Joe Swanson's a bit of a loser, but he's just he's been through it.
The PTSD keeps going.
Yeah.
Joe Swanson, yeah.
We've probably got, like, what's his name? Guy.
Mr. Garrison.
Mr. Garrison guy. He's a fucking loser, bro.
What's my man's name from Big Mouth?
Jay,
Yeah.
the one that bangs his pillows.
Yeah, he's a bit of a loser.
Oh,
but
he's suffering.
But
He's sexually frustrated.
different.
And,
It's very different.
He's not like he is pathetic, but like aggressively so.
Yeah, he's growing through stuff.
He's really
body's
he's
changed.
tormented.
He's learning who he is. So,
To be fair, Nick is a loser in Big Mouth.
He is.
Nick, more than anyone, is actually a loser.
Oh, Thingy's dad. Is it Andrew's dad? That's a loser. He cucks his mum, his wife. Anything, he's a yes man to his wife.
Oh, that's not Andrew's. Is it Andrew's dad is a bastard.
Oh,
Nick's dad.
Nick's dad.
Yeah. He's a cuck. Yeah.
He's a cuck.
He likes to kiss all the kids on the lips and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Yeah. Andrew's dad hates his son.
Yeah, he hates everyone. He hates
He's
everyone,
just angry
bro.
and Jewish. That's it. That's his persona.
It is.
Angry Jewish man. It's hilarious. But anyway, I've got a couple more. What's your family's wildest secret or scandal? My granddad told my grandma that he was going to go buy cigarettes and he left for Argentina.
What?
That's such a cookie cutter escape tale. Left for Argentina, you know.
Specific. He had
That's
things.
yeah.
He had baddies.
Yeah. God, Argentinian chicks are something else.
Yeah, baddies.
Racist and pang. Racist and
Bro, I
pang.
said to you, man, at the World Cup, I didn't see a dark-skinned Argentinian fan.
Yeah,
Throughout the
bro.
whole team.
That's concerning. But they're so bad. It's not fair. Why can't we get some?
Where's the balance?
Yeah. Why aren't we allowed a taste?
I know my boy cheated on his girl 7 times with multiple different women and even used her car for one.
Okay.
That's peak.
dark.
They're ruthless
car.
out here. They're
Her car.
ruthless.
Decorum.
That's not even a family secret. Pull him up, man.
Yeah, decorum, bro. Something else.
Jeez.
My cousins used to argue over who's gonna suck another cousin's tool.
What? What?
My cousins used to argue over who's gonna suck another cousin's tool.
Bro.
The first time I read that,
First of all, before you say anything, I love how they excluded themselves from the cousin route. And technically, they are my cousins, and they used to see who's sucking cousin tool, but I wasn't
I'm not
involved.
involved. I was a spectator.
Yeah, I'm a spectator cousin.
I happened to be there.
Nah.
When I read that, it reminded me of the meme. You know the meme where it's pick by pick next to each other? The guy's closing his eyes and he opens his eyes one eye like this. He's just like this, pretending he's sleeping.
Bro, which
that's
cousin's
so-
gonna suck another cousin's tool?
And his eye opens like, yeah. That's
That's
disgusting, bro.
disgraceful. I couldn't draw the short straw. You're sucking today. First of all, you're sucking today and you're getting sucked. Do it.
That's some incestual spin the ball.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, I'm not involved.
Peer pressure's nuts as well, because certain man will just do it.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know better as kids as
if
well.
If it's 4 cousins against 1, you're sucking something. You are, unless you're running to your dad and you can't.
Yeah.
Because then you're just excluded from the barbecue forever.
Facts. So you have to
get on your knees, cuz.
Literally.
Get on your knees, bro.
Oh my days. That's West. All right, last one. My dad has a secret second family and a secret drag queen alter ego. We call it the trifecta. That's a lot to juggle, bro.
It is a lot to juggle, and it's just like there is a lot of power, but there's a lot of power behind the word dad, and like you're just abusing it, like dad. Saying dad,
okay.
like you're not saying my biological father. Yeah. My dad.
Yeah.
My dad has something that we call the trifecta. He's a secret drag queen, and he has a secret second family.
Yeah.
You're not my dad, please.
Yeah.
Please. I need to look up to someone.
Facts. Biological father is the word. Yeah. That's crazy. That's a lot to balance as well. How do you mentally split yourself up into
too many
3
secrets.
different personas?
Too many secrets.
I'm gonna mix something up.
Yeah, it's too many secrets. I'm coming home in my gear one time.
Yeah, my drag gear to my second family. They're not gonna know what.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull up to family number 1 when I should be pulling up to family number 2
in a lace front wig.
Yeah.
And
Facts,
it's
bro.
all gonna be all over the place.
Yeah.
My drag queen schedule's gonna mix up with the barbecue.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
And I'm just gonna have 2 outfits and a boot. And
I
the people
promise you, fam, ROI is not.
That's funny. That's hilarious. All right. The next one is about your paycheck is the new minimum wage.
The paycheck is not working.
Cause oh shoot, that's crazy. The paycheck ain't working no more. That can't be.
Waving hand sign welcome in Stover Proch's 87 first message of the stream fire.
I follow God, Stove. I follow God. I'm part of the Canaan Christian Church. I am part of the media ministry. Hold up. It says your paycheck is the new minimum wage. Look at the comments. Why is she paying $9.73 for a car note monthly? Let's see.
Anymore. The paycheck isn't working. It don't make me feel better about my job. You know, I used to get my paycheck, and then I would be good the whole week. That's not working. That's not working. I need to quit.
Payday. Paid all the bills and got groceries. When the paycheck hits, but I already know it's going to disappear. Manager called illegally taking $3,000 from my paycheck. Dang, $3,000? But then y'all be mad. Y'all be mad at me. I got different sources of income. I don't got one way of getting paid. But hey.
Like and subscribe, bro. It's only gonna get more interesting.
I just got paid yesterday. I'm broke. I'm All my bills are paid. But I'm broke. Now I gotta do 2 more weeks. I gotta wait 2 more weeks.
Bro, one of the worst feelings has to be working a fucking 40-hour week, doing that twice. Okay, 2 weeks straight, doing that twice. Get your fucking paycheck, and that shit be gone as soon as you get it. Like, that should make you feel like you just did 2 weeks of free 2 weeks of free labor, basically. Because it's like you got nothing to show for after that. And I know some people that I've seen too, like when it comes to like paychecks and stuff, they always say like pay yourself first. Because I feel like that too, like you fucking put all that work in for 2 weeks straight, like of just working and everything, and you got nothing to show for it. Like, get yourself something. Do something for yourself. Like, I don't care if it's a fucking haircut or you go get a goddamn coffee or something or some fucking tank tops. Do like, get yourself something. Like, do something for yourself so that way you can feel like, all right, I'll put some work in. At least I can reward myself with something. But I know, like, the way times are now, it's so hard. Like, some people can't even do that. Like, that shit get grabbed right out your account right when that shit touch your account. So you can't even try to reward yourself sometimes with something small.
She came on here and said the average American only have about $200 to $300 in their bank account after they get paid. Say what? Baby, where you work at? Is your job hiring?
So I'm gonna say this. This person said, so everybody is left with $20 on payday after paying bills. Well, with me, I'm not in this type of, I'm not living that type of lifestyle because I got different sources of income. I don't only have one way of getting paid. I got many ways of getting paid. I only speak on one source of income because I don't speak on everything that pays me. So, oh yeah. This person said, you have to make 80K and up. Anything less, you're in trouble. So I guess I'm good to go. Because we up there. I'm up there. People don't want to understand that's the game. To give you just enough to get by on. Not enough to save so you have to come back. While working for someone else is pointless. You will never get ahead as long as you work for your money. You need to make money work for you.
I'd be lucky if I got $2 in my bank account to next payday. Girl, $200. If I ever have $200 in my bank account after I done paid all of my bills and after I done got all this food for my house because these kids keep eating my motherfucking food up. You hear them in the background, they being bad as fuck at 10 o'clock at night. But if I was to have $200 in my mother freaking account, baby, call somebody. Call the police. Because I'm finna turn the fuck up. But for real, though, I feel like everybody living paycheck to paycheck. I feel like we'll be lucky if we have 100.
See? That's where the mix-up is. Because a lot of people a lot of people be thinking that everybody is living the same way. They think that everybody in the world is living paycheck to paycheck. When I get paid, they are called settlements, not payments, not paychecks. They're called settlements. The way it goes for me is totally different.
$100 in our account to last us the next week. 'Cause baby, what you doing over there? You need, at this point, just help me manage my paycheck because I'm doing something wrong. Okay.
If you gotta overwork yourself, get the paycheck, be broke paying bills the next day, just to wonder how you're gonna survive the next 10 days before you crash out about another unexpected bill, then my friend,
Waving
this is a
hand
nightmare.
sign welcome and down with Fee System 8026 first message of the stream fire.
Y'all, that's every week. So.
Well,
First, I gotta pay my car note is $973.84. That's leaving me with $171.
Fine.
Yo, sell that car. Sell that shit and never look back. $973 for a car payment. That's pretty much rent in some places. Also, her car is a Jeep and that car gives her a lot of trouble. She also has a car warranty of like $154 per month. Yo guys, her paycheck breakdown gets even worse. She also has a side job from DoorDash that brings her a little bit of extra revenue, around $500. And then she has tons of after-pay debt and just debt in general. If you guys watch the complete breakdown, you can just tell what the problem is. It's that car, the car note and the afterpay. Bro, that afterpay is killing people. Now, back to the car notes. I've noticed that a lot of people, their biggest problem is their car notes. It is so easy to live above your means by just getting an expensive car and paying a crazy monthly payment. Look, I love
Waving hand
cars. I
sign
want
welcome
to get
and
the
Reba
best
Club
possible
first
car
message
my
of the
hands
stream
can get.
fire.
But I have to, sometimes I gotta be reasonable. Feel you're very comfortable with your finances.
What is you on? What is you on? See, when I do DoorDash, the monthly I make is between $3,000 to $4,000 a month. That's one pay. That's one type of source of income. And I don't know what this other guy talking about. I'm not on that type of time. Just come back in 5 minutes. Come back in 5 minutes. Craziness.
Finances, there's no problem in getting a very nice, low budget, efficient car.
If don't nobody eat Zaxby's, oh, I will. Don't care. But yo, tell me why I deposited my check last week and my bank is holding it. I got two bank accounts. One is for bills, one is just my personal money. So I put the check into the account for bills because I have bills coming out, duh. And y'all tell me why the bank held my check. Because I forgot to, deposit it, honestly, on Friday. So also, okay, we go through the app and deposit it on Sunday. And y'all, they held it. They held the check until Saturday. So, but I'm feeling like I need to stop getting aggravated so much because what if it's meant to be? You know? Because that's one check I can't touch. Then I get paid again from them on Friday because they're weekly. And then I get paid from Tropical Smoothie. You know what I mean? So maybe it's meant to be. And I just need to let it ride. Let the universe do what it's supposed to do. So, I'm just going to eat my Zaxby's all and go home because my back is tearing me alive.
I got paid today and it's already gone. So, that was quite annoying. Didn't even get to do anything fun with it. So, anyway.
We'll be deducting $3,000 from your paycheck because you didn't submit any PTO last week and you took 3 days off.
So you're giving me a heads up that you're basically illegally taking $3,000 from my account?
There's nothing illegal about this. There's You're a salaried employee. You're expected to be here. This is a full-time job, and it is the busiest time of the year. For you to be disappearing and not submitting your work on time is very unacceptable, and it is in our company policy if you look it up.
I'm sure that there are laws to prevent a company policy of taking $3,000 from my paycheck, especially because I received PTO. You directly approved me of PTO months ago, and we've talked about it. I even have transcripts on my Summary AI app. Did you want me to send that to you just to make sure that we're both aligned?
Go ahead and send that over. I mean, there's not much I can do. This has already been processed, but I'll take a look at it. I don't know if you formally even submitted a request to take time off. Like, you never emailed me.
I would, man. Hey, look, I am so glad I work for myself. I am so glad I work for myself. Because I would lose my mind if someone took $3,000 from my check, from my anything that is paying me. I would be causing an uproar. 3,000 from me? What you on?
You didn't emphasize the email. You only asked me in passing if you did, so there's nothing I can do about it at this point.
Right, so because you remember me asking in passing, you clearly remember me saying that I have PTO. I'm going to go ahead and send this to HR because I don't think that it's right at all that you're taking $3,000, and I also feel like this is a little bit illegal and unprofessional.
I would have hoped to have money saved up because some of y'all watching this would actually make a scene at the job. $3,000 is a missed paycheck to most, bruh.
Am I the only one staring at prices like, how do we survive this? Every trip to the store feels like a reminder that wages aren't moving up, but prices are. And yeah, that's honestly overwhelming. But I keep telling myself we're in this together. And if you're feeling it too, you're not alone. God bless.
We can't trade all our time for money. And this money ain't even getting us by. We spending all this time get these checks, and these checks can't, the checks don't even last. Let's talk about how the checks don't even last you 2 full weeks no more. The check be gone in like 2 days, or it be gone in that first week. It be gone in the first week. We need to talk about how the check be gone within the first week. Literally. It's honestly ridiculous. And to think like you spending 40 hours of your week, or hell, you might be even doing more time, and you still don't got enough. You still struggling. That's why I'd rather lose out temporarily on some money if I know that what I'm creating and what I'm doing can lead me to more money. I would rather just take the loss in that moment and just struggle for that little bit, because I'm telling you right now, I done talked to older people. I didn't talk to older people in my family who just stayed working their jobs for years. And now that they in retirement age, or they can't no longer work because of health concerns, literally, like, they regret it. Like, they wish they would have did something other than just give all their time to the job.
Me waiting for my next paycheck because I already spent my last one. Yeah, and not necessarily irresponsibly, just very quickly. You know, the money arrived, and it immediately developed assignments. It just had to go do what I had to do. You know, and bills took some. You know, food took some, and a few emotional impulse purchases took the rest. You know, but now I'm in that quiet period where you check your bank account out of habit, like maybe something new might appear. Nothing appears. Yeah, you just have to make it now. So you start calculating time like it's a survival mission. Okay, 4 more days, I can stretch this. You know, and suddenly every purchase feels dramatic. You know, a coffee isn't just a coffee anymore. Now it's a financial decision. And meanwhile, the next paycheck already has plans too before it even gets to you. You know, we never learn. It never actually stops. You know, the paycheck is not even here yet. It's already booked to go somewhere. So yeah.
See, that is why I am happy that I took care of all the bills in the house. And we only have a total number. It's so minuscule. Like certain things. I'm trying crazy.
I'm not necessarily broke. I'm just between paychecks, and I just gotta make it somehow.
Friend, I don't even get excited for paydays anymore because my check is already gone and accounted for. As soon as I get one paycheck, I'm already planning my next check because I only get paid twice a month, and I already know how much my check gonna be. Between these bills, these buy now pay later apps, me saving, these credit cards, and daily pay, baby, I don't know if I'm coming or going. I just got my check this morning. Now, last time I told you, I think my check was like $75. This time my check was $200. And I think it was a little more only because I had 12 days on this pay period instead of 11. And guess what I did with my paycheck? Baby, I had to pay a firm. Well, I didn't have to pay them because it's not due right now. Well, I didn't have to pay a firm, but I just wanted to go ahead and close one of my loans out. I was supposed to pay $175, but all I had to pay was like $165 when you pay it off early. So I saved me an extra $10. And I'm waiting for that man to get paid only for his check to be gone in about 2 seconds. Why do we rush to be grown, y'all? Like, I'm enjoying the freedom, but I'm not enjoying these motherfucking bills. Okay, bye, friend. I can't be later.
So, these are the people showing you life ain't as sweet as it used to be. 1 job, you're broke. 2 jobs, you're still broke. 3 jobs, man, what are your hobbies at this point? God forbid you lose yourself. Till next time.
MAGA snap.
I know that's not what I think it is. Let me see. I know that title that man is coming from. He said, MAGA snap after realizing the U.S. is near bankruptcy. This is insane. It's insane because I don't got time for the U.S. going bankrupt because I'm waiting on money. Ain't no time. Like, I'm waiting on so much money. Y'all would be amazed at how much money I'm waiting on. So, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about
it. After realizing the U.S. is nearly bankrupt. Let's get into this video, but first.
Hype me up.
Hey, man, I know y'all be like, damn, dog, every video? You gonna beg for the hypes every video? Yeah, I told y'all. I need the hypes like a crackhead need a pipe. Let's do this.
Our economy is either going to collapse in the next 6 to 8 months or we're going to print trillions of dollars into our economy. I want to tell you exactly why.
Either way, it's going to be bad. Printing trillions of dollars into the economy is going to cause mass inflation, and you're going to feel just as broke as the country being bankrupt in the first place. So it's all bad. Everything I've been doing is all bad. We got a war in Iraq, and I was trying to turn it into like an Usher parody. Never mind. Let's just get back into this video.
I'm not going to edit this. There's 3 F's. The foundation, the fuel, and the fire. I'm going to tell you who's holding the match and who's putting the fuel there, but let's talk about the foundation real quick. It's the 3 Ds. The debt, the deficit, and the dollar. The debt is growing, the deficit's growing, and the dollar is weakening. It had the worst opening 8 months of a year in the last 52 years.
All under President Trump's tutelage. All in his administration. All under his direct supervision. Receipts.
Dollar is weakening. What does this mean? It means that your dollar is worth less. All while a part of that foundation, we've had 5 years of consistent cumulative inflation that we believe the Fed is underreporting, and a job market that is waning. Job market specifically for college grads now showing that a 9% unemployment rate for those with a degree is normal, and a 49% underemployment rate for...
And I hope he doesn't forget about the 92K job loss in February, which they will revise soon, if they haven't already, and we know that it's going to be a bloodbath. So let's see if he mentions that.
Those with a degree under 30 is normal. And to finalize the foundation, we also know that everything is just generically more expensive, whether you're getting insurance, a car, or a home.
Big
now
facts.
the fuel. Now, I made a video back in April on Liberation Day, actually the day after Liberation Day, having watched it, realizing I just watched the first domino fall in what could be the largest economic collapse we've ever seen. And the reason for that is countries, consumers, and companies. Countries got a slap in the face collectively, all at the same time, with this new thing that they had no clue was coming, or at least at this amount. Companies now have to pay a higher amount to import these goods, leaving them less liquidity to potentially create jobs, to potentially lower prices. They have to make as much money as they can because they're paying a higher price too. And the consumer.
Wait. Let's not start pulling out the violin for these companies. They are not without fault. They are not moral compared to Trump either. These companies are the same companies, whether or not tariffs are in place, will outsource jobs to other countries, will close down factories, will slash thousands of jobs, and don't give a shit about the people who work there, none of the medical bills that their family has, nothing. So yeah, we can't give them... I know this ain't no pity party for these corporations now.
The consumer is going to be paying more because it is going to get passed to the consumer. And in a world where inflation is high and wages are low, this is detrimental. Now clock this one in with me, because this...
Yeah. Someone please tag me when Mr. Global talks about this. I am just curious, what are the actual ramifications for those of us who live and work in the United States?
Yeah, everyone's freaking out about this insolvency thing. Here's the thing. You're already living it. You're already seeing the ramifications. Ooh. You're already seeing all of it every day. You have been for quite a few years, actually, because the United States has been insolvent for a very long time. Yeah, this isn't a new thing at all, in any way, shape, or form. But as far as what you can expect to see going forward is just more of the same that you're seeing right now. Yeah. Basically what I mean is more things costing more money that most people can't afford. Yes. Houses, food, electricity, all of it, pretty much all of it. More debt across everyone in the nation, more debt in the country. Just everything that is happening, continuing to happen, and getting worse and worse and worse.
It'll be one thing if we were accruing debt in order to help the people. Like if we were going into debt in order to give us universal health care, to give our kids better resources, schools, better quality lifestyles, things of that nature, then yeah, it would be justified. But we go into debt for stupid things. We go into debt in order to enrich rich people. We go into debt in order to make the politicians happier. That's what we do. We don't go into debt to help the American people, dog, because if that was the case, everything would work itself out and we wouldn't be complaining as much because, all right, we in debt, but shit, this debt is benefiting me.
Yes. I mean, I was freaking out about this 10 or 15 years ago. What are we going to do? This is not sustainable. So no, it's nothing new. It's nothing new. It's just you're hearing about it for the first time.
So I have had the question enough times now that I need to respond to it. So I did the post about the U.S. government being insolvent earlier and that the Treasury had put out that notification. So I had been seeing articles quite a bit lately about the IRS delaying refunds. And I asked myself, I wonder why they're delaying it. Do they just not have enough people? What's going on here?
They spent all y'all money.
Well, I think I have my answer now. If we don't have enough money to meet our debt obligations, that would also include things like tax refunds. But it also might include federal worker salaries. It might include other kinds of funding that happens to the states. I don't honestly know the entire ramification of it, but insolvency is basically bankruptcy. We're broke. And instead of making sure that we could fix it, like passing bills to make corporations pay more because they have the money, they're making banner profits. We don't make enough.
The problem is, how you gonna screw people who are funding your campaigns? How you gonna screw the people who lobby? How you gonna screw the people who own you? Because when those people give you $150 million, you're their bitch now. And Trump is the bitch of a lot of people. So he got to work for them. And they're not us. It is what it is. There's no way on God's green earth that you can logically, intelligently come to the conclusion that someone who donated a politician $150 million because he's rich as hell, he's in the oil field, that he doesn't expect a return on his money. He doesn't expect some type of break, a tax break, incentive, something. It makes no logical sense. You gave him something that was free, a vote. That man gave him something that came with some blood, sweat, and tears, $150 million. So he gonna act in that man's best interest. And that's why I don't understand these people, bro. They're never gonna look out for us opposed to the people who gave him money. It's really that simple, man. Look who is giving these politicians money. That's who they work for.
You and I, the average Joe, we don't make enough to offset the insolvency problem. And if they don't do something quick, a lot of things are going to start dominoing. So if you go out and search, you'll see that there's a lot of notifications about the IRS tax refunds being delayed. That would be a very identifiable item of, I don't have the money, I can't pay you. Next up is, why have they not passed the TSA thing? Have you asked yourself that question? Because he blocked a perfectly good measure yesterday. Is it because he's trying to not pay federal workers? He's been cutting all the programs to all the U.S. citizens.
I heard that Elon Musk dirt ass was trying to step in and pay TSA. Doesn't make me a fan of him, but shit, spend your money. Get these people paid. Or stop paying ICE and allocate those funds to TSA. Because we don't really need ICE like that, bro. Straight like that.
And then he said he wanted like $200 billion to fight his whatever war. The distraction, I think, has been, my policies are bad. I've bankrupted the company, or the country, just like I have all of my
He said it right. The company of the United States is a corporation.
Companies. Now what? And I really don't know the extent of it all.
Yeah, but like I said, man, these corporations who donated millions of dollars and billions collectively, that's who your politicians are actually working for. So if you think that they're coming to save you, I got another thing coming for you, partner. It literally makes no sense, bro. Just think about it like this. If you were to open up a business and I invested into your business, just to say you needed 50 grand, you needed the 50 and I had it. Do you think I'm not going to have some say-so in your business? I wouldn't even give it to you unless I had an explicit statement on paper saying...
Look. Here's the difference between me being an entrepreneur. No one, and I mean no one, has given me money to start my business. So that business over there, no one invested into my business. I'm the only one who has spent money into my business. All the things I utilize for my business, I bought. My certificates, I paid for. My LLC, I paid for. The logo, paid for. Like, I made the logo. So yeah. What else? Let me
saying that this is what I get in return, and it may not be on paper, but I have to have a way to collect what's mine, straight up.
Solvent. And the people who will feel it first are the ones who voted for this. And in case you don't know what insolvent means, baby, I'll put it here on the screen for you. It means bankrupt, unable to pay its debt. And that's right, by America's own treasury numbers, we in fact are insolvent.
Wait, hold on. Is the United States insolvent? Technically, the United States is not insolvent in the legal sense. It has not declared bankruptcy or defaulted on its debt, but by strict accounting definition, liabilities vastly exceeding assets. Many economists in analysis say the federal government is effectively insolvent in net worth terms. Yeah, it's kind of like how they move the goalposts with the recession things, right? If you look at the technical definition of a recession, I think 2 or more quarters of negative GDP growth, that constitutes a recession, but they never declared it, right? And this could be the same thing. It's kind of like when that guy meets a girl and the girl asks him, are you in a relationship? And he says, nah, me and my girl broke up, but I still live with her. You're not calling a spade, sir. Let's be real. Y'all still together, nigga. You trying to get them yams on the side. You ain't shit. That's what the United States is doing, bro.
$47 trillion in liabilities, $6 trillion in assets. And I want to talk about exactly who that's going to affect first, because the answer just
Black
might
folks.
shock you. Now, according to Pew Research, 67% of the people that voted for Trump do not have a college degree. According to Brookings Institution, 66% of white working class Americans backed Trump in 2024. And the Economics Innovation Group, baby, they found that the more economically stressed a county was, the more it swung Trump's way.
Which is crazy because, I'm sorry to say this, but when you start thinking about these red states in the middle of nowhere, America, there are usually some dummies around there, and they're not the smartest people. They usually rank lowest in the education. They usually don't have anything out there, and there's a reason why they haven't been that productive as a group of people, because they're stupid. And these are the main ones who are susceptible to the bullshit in the game that people like Donald Trump spit. And that's my theory on that shit, man. I don't think they're that bright. That's what I don't think. I think they stupid.
Are we surprised? The man said he loves the poorly educated. So yeah, the people that were already hurting the most voted for this. This would make the United States of America his 7th bankruptcy, his 7th failed business venture. Failed for everybody else, not him. Because he's made how much since being president? Now, please understand, this is not going to affect billionaires, hedge funds, trust funds. Now, please understand, this will not affect the billionaires. This will not affect Wall Street, hedge funds, none of that. But it most certainly will affect working class Americans. Social Security, baby, that trust is set to deplete in 2032. That is only 6 years away. And when that trust depletes, federal law mandates a 28% cut to Social Security benefits. That means some of y'all, Meemaw and Papaw, ain't gonna be getting their Social Security checks. You know who else depends on Social Security? People who don't have pensions, people who don't have 401ks.
Which is most of the people in them poor-ass, country-ass, sundown-town-ass places that voted for Trump. Y'all ain't got none of that shit. You're too stupid. Niggas don't work no jobs where they give you a match program, 401k, health benefits. Man, you people walking around with teeth missing. Man, I seen one of them country hillbillies the other day chewing a pork chop with 1 tooth on the top and 3 on the bottom. Man, dude was chewing for 3 business days.
People who spent 40-something years depending on that money, and now the government's going to be telling you, sorry. The people who have spent 40-something years putting into that system, working every goddamn day of their lives, and the government is going to cut those benefits you've been depending on for your older times of your life. And then, honey, you got Medicare. The Medicare fund has similar projections to the Social Security fund. People who cannot afford private health insurance depend on Medicare. Medicaid cuts are already on the table in the One Big Beautiful Bill, the same bill that adds $4.7 trillion to the debt. A debt of a country that's already insolvent. bankrupt, bitch. So, you know, Black, brown, indigenous communities, we've been here before. We know what it is to live within a system and have to survive a system that was not built to benefit you. We know what it is to make $50 stretch to feed a family of 6.
Ooh.
We know what it is to work multiple jobs and have to figure out how you're going to pay each bill by doing odd jobs on the side or taking up a side hustle or two while maintaining your 9 to 5. Because here's where y'all should be real concerned. The people who are about to feel this for the first time do not have the same survival skills. Because for decades, they have been told that this system works for them.
You better talk your shit.
That their Social Security was secure and that Medicare was guaranteed. That those manufacturing jobs were coming back and that this country was going to be great again.
Voting against your best interest, goddammit. Hey, man, I like her. Oh, yeah. That's a beautiful black woman right there. Listen, check this out, though. I think at this point in time, because a couple years ago when I was watching videos, they say that the debt payment on our debt is going to exceed military spending, which was about, I think, $4 trillion a year. Let's see what it is right now. In 2026, how much are we spending on military in the United States? And then compare that to how much money we are spending on our debt payments. It got to be more at this point. In 2026, the United States is spending about $1 trillion or slightly more on the military, while projected interest payments on the national debt are also around $1 trillion for the year, which is crazy. My numbers was wrong, but I knew that it was at the point where they were basically what and what. The Trump administration has pushed the 2026 defense budget toward roughly $1 trillion, which is basically 1,000 billion. Approving over $900 billion in the annual defense bill and additional spending, bringing the total above $1 trillion. This represents about 3.3% of GDP, is one of the largest defense top lines in U.S. history. This man just be making history left and right, and never in a good way. Debt interest payments in 2026. The Congressional Budget Office and fiscal policy groups project that net interest payments on the national debt will total about $1 trillion in fiscal year 2026, roughly 3.3% of the GDP. That means interest on the debt is now on par with total defense spending and is projected to grow faster than almost every other budget category, eventually surpassing defense and Medicare over the next decade. Thank you, Trump. What would we have ever done without all of these problems that you've given us? What would we be doing right now?
Good morning. It's just about 9:40 out here on the West Coast.
Tight shit.
And it is March 24th, and I have a bit of bad news. Well,
Talk to me.
The country never cared about this anyways, so but I'm gonna say this because I saw this headline and I read the article and holy fuck. So let me run through it. So this is on Fortune magazine. Fortune website and Yahoo Finance are the first two, and there's several others when I did another search on it. And as I'm looking at my notes, because I took notes on this one, here's the headline. The Treasury just declared the U.S. insolvent. The media missed it.
Wow. Why Perplexity didn't tell me that? That's interesting. Can't trust AI all the time. But, search the internet. Did the Treasury just declare the U.S. insolvent? All right, guys, you can't just believe everything. The U.S. Treasury did not issue a press release or formal statement saying the United States is insolvent, but recent analysis of the Treasury's own consolidated financial statements for fiscal year 2025 has led some economists and commentators to argue that by a strict accounting definition, the federal government is effectively insolvent. I'll go by that. All day, every day. Yeah, we're losers. We're going to just flat out say it? Nah, I doubt it. Them people got too much pride and ego to admit the truth. Hey, bro, look, man, we've been fucking around and we've been found out. They're not going to tell us that until it's so abundantly clear that they don't have no choice but to tell us. And at that point, it's just water under the bridge.
So let me go through some of the numbers as I move this a little bit so I can look down at my notes a little bit.
All right, look at your notes.
Awkwardly. 6.06 trillion in assets. 47.78 trillion in liabilities. This is as of September 30, 2025.
All right.
Does not include unfunded obligations of just over $2 trillion, or what they're calling the off-balance sheet. I'll leave you to go to the websites and, to Yahoo Finance and Fortune. Do the search of, what was it? Treasury insolvency. That's the one. This is because of multiple reasons. Yes, spending is out of fucking control. But the other thing is that we are not taxing those that are able to pay their taxes. Plain and simple. I'm going to refer you back to the Clinton years. The Clinton years, they raised the top earners to 39%. And the administration fought with Congress over spending and this, that, and the other thing. But when he left, there was a budget surplus because not only did they cut spending, but they raised revenue. And then when W came in, he blew it up because he gave us tax cuts that we didn't fucking need. And I remember reading articles of rich people saying, what am I going to do with this extra money? Am I going to build another dance studio for my kid? So we know how to fix this. Nobody's willing to do it. Oh, and I'm going to do this in another video, but if Elon Musk is willing to pay TSA agents, maybe he should pay some extra fucking taxes. Just saying.
Ooh, you got all this money, man. You just got money stockpiled, huh? You liquid like a mother. Pay your taxes. Nah, we're not gonna do that. That defeats the purpose. Yeah, guys. Well, anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Hope you learned something, and don't forget to
hype me up, hype me up, hype me up.
I have 3 cars on my lot.
Alright. The next thing I'm going to talk about is DoorDash declining. How is DoorDash declining? Let's see where they are messing up. Second. Let's see. All right, so we're going to talk about making money through DoorDash. All right. Now, I'm going to show y'all my credibility. All right. These are my legitimate ratings when I was doing DoorDash. You see that? That's a platinum. Platinum status. I have delivered to almost 7,000 people in the total of 10 years. And I accept all orders. So whoever tells you to decline orders, that's what you don't do. But let's look at other people's stuff.
Right now.
All right, so this person, her name is Kim's Side Money Plans. DoorDash is not worth it unless you do this. let's see. Let's see what's going on, shall we? Let's see what's going on. Let's see what Kim is talking about. Let's see. DoorDash is not worth it unless you do this. Is there any comments? I love DoorDash. I made 100 deliveries in 10 days. That's it? 10 days? Okay. Like, how long have they been doing DoorDash? Like, if you haven't started when DoorDash started, then you can't really spit no game for real. But let's see.
There are drivers in your market making $150, $200 a day with DoorDash, while other drivers in that same market are barely covering their gas.
Cause that's crazy. That's crazy. Cause like, that's so crazy. Cause I just showed you guys and girls my status. And I'm able to make $200 in 5 hours. That's 25 hours a week to make $1,000. 200 Monday to Friday. But I can also add in Saturday as well and make another 200. And not only do I get regular orders, I get catering orders, business orders, amazing tips. I think the most money I made off of one family was $75 off of one, where I picked up their wine and their groceries. Cause they didn't go to Kroger's, they didn't go to Walmart. They went. I forgot the name of the grocery store. I forgot the name. It wasn't a Whole Foods. It was something better than Whole Foods. But let's see what's up.
So is DoorDash worth it in 2026? I'm going to tell you the truth. Not the watered down, feel good, DoorDash is awesome. The real answer that most people in this space don't want to give you. Let me tell you what's happening out there, because the DoorDash community is talking and it's definitely loud. Reddit is on fire right now. Just this week, a driver posted, with gas prices where they are, most drivers aren't actually making money. We're just kind of moving it around. And I get it. I really do. Gas is in my area right now.
Like, if y'all would understand that DoorDash, they tell you what you need to do to make more money. Like, I can go to Spark. Go to the Spark app. And let's say it says earning opportunities. They tell you that earn $20 for completing 2 trips. Earn a total of $40 for completing 4 trips. These are incentives, meaning as long as you do not cancel an order, you will get bigger orders. So basically, with me being a platinum status on DoorDash, I'm first in line to get the big orders. Like, I have a fuel card that takes care of gas and and everything else. So let's see.
It's $4.15. Gas in Vegas is $4.80, $6.50 in other parts of the country, $7, I think, was reported in the Bay Area. These aren't small numbers. They eat into every single order you take. So I want you to take a breath, because I'm not going to sugarcoat what's happening with DoorDash. Things have changed. DoorDash has changed, but here's what I know after doing this for years. This is the part that matters. How you approach it has to change. How you adapt has to change. There are 3 things that are actively destroying drivers' earnings right now, and I want you to hear all 3. Problem number 1, the platinum trap. When DoorDash rolled out the platinum program, the promise was hit 70% acceptance rate, get better orders, make more money. You're the top of the top for DoorDash. And for a while, it worked. I was a dasher. I'm still a platinum dasher. But check this out. A driver posted this just the other day, and it stuck with me. When everyone is platinum, nobody is platinum. Let that sink in. And you know what? They're right. Markets.
Well, where I live at, where I live at, I'm like the only one who's an actual platinum driver. So I've talked to other drivers and they're just regular, where they cancel orders that are under a certain number. I cancel orders when they are, I don't cancel them, I just let them go past. If it's not over if it's not $5 or more, then I don't accept it. As long as you do not press accept, you read through everything that it is telling you, then let it go pass you by.
Are flooded more and more with drivers that have hit that threshold. So the priority you thought you had, it's really diluted at this point. You're competing with a lot of drivers for those same good orders. Now, I just said I'm a platinum dasher, and I really do defend this program because it's a personal preference and it does work for me. And I will tell you later exactly when it still makes sense, but I have to be honest with you. The game, including platinum, has shifted. Problem number 2, the bad order flood. Drivers are reporting the same thing across the country right now. High volume of orders. People are getting orders, especially if you're in a busy market, but terrible quality. Sometimes you might be lucky with $2.50. DoorDash still sends those every single day. And if you're accepting them, you're And from a platinum dasher, if you're accepting them just to protect your acceptance rate, you're working against yourself. Full cost blindness. Gas gets all the attention here because that's what's going on right now. Depending on your area market, $5, $6, $7 a gallon. So I'm going to encourage you, if you don't know your actual cost per mile, you don't know if you're making money. You need to figure out what that is, because gas is so darn expensive these days, it really eats into your profit. So even if you had a $100 day, but you spent $20 just in gas alone, that doesn't include any of your other expenses, your take home is $80, not the $100.
So with me, I have what is called a fuel card that I pay off weekly. And I make $200, and I don't pay for fuel through the money that I make. I have a fuel card for that. Why? Because when I'm doing DoorDash, it's considered a business I'm doing. I am delivering a service. and I'm delivering excellent service. So I never look towards what I'm paying for the fuel because I have a fuel card for that reason. Like I never look. It's gonna be just a total different ball game when I'm doing this. You feel me?
And a lot of people don't think about it. They think about what the number is in front of them, not the true cost of actually driving for DoorDash. Okay, I can hear you thinking right now, Kim, this sounds really bad and real fast. I hear you, but stick with me because here's what drivers who are winning are doing differently, and most of them don't talk about it. Number one, know your real number, not just DoorDash's numbers. I just talked a little bit about this. Not your weekly payout summary, like your numbers, your cost per mile, active time rate, dead mile percentage. Open up your earnings and then take your total payout and divide it by your dash time and come up with an hourly rate. And that is before gas, taxes, expenses, car payments. I want you to really look at DoorDash with a fresh pair of eyes. Once you have that hourly number, really figure out after expenses what you're truly making on the DoorDash app. If you do that exercise, I think you're going to have a mind-opening experience in what you're truly making while you're out on the road. Number two. Now, I've talked about dollars per mile in the past, but I need to update that for this year because data has changed, right? The driver this week at an 18% acceptance rate might be making $25 to $35 an hour consistently. But then you have platinum drivers. They might be working more miles, but they might be producing the same amount of money. But it's different in different markets. In other markets, gold might be better, silver might be better, cherry picking might be better, platinum might be better. It's all figuring out what works for you in your market. And the thing with DoorDash is not every market is the exact same way. And every single dasher works the DoorDash app a different way. So if you are lost in really figuring out which way to work the DoorDash app, yes, I'm talking to you. Experimenting is your best friend. That is how I learned so much over the set.
So look, and that is why I haven't gave my sauce on how I work DoorDash. I don't tell people where I go to do DoorDash. It's none of their business. None of their business. Because if they find out how I work DoorDash to make that much money, then the gig will be up. There's already some people who don't follow what I say when I'm a medical courier owner. So why would I tell y'all what I do when I'm delivering DoorDash? I'm just saying.
7 years of doing DoorDash. I just don't work the same app the same way I did 7 years ago. If I did that, I would not be successful on the DoorDash app today. Why? Because DoorDash is forever changing. The systems are forever changing. Therefore, you have to change, because what worked years ago is not going to work today. For example, 7 years ago, I cherry-picked away. You know what I got down to once? A 0% acceptance rate. Yes, I was that dasher. And then because DoorDash has changed over the years, Top Dasher came and I learned about acceptance rate and raising them, and then Platinum came. And you know what? Here I am today. I'm still a Platinum Dasher because it works for me in my market. But I know you guys, there's some cherry pickers out there. It doesn't work for you in your market because you have a busy market and you don't need it. Figure out what that is and find out what works for you in your market. Number 3, work your windows. Your market isn't broken. It might be inconsistent. Platinum drivers treat it like a shift schedule. You got your lunch rush, your dinner rush, and Sunday brunch. These windows still pay every single week without fail. I work specific time blocks, and within those blocks, my earnings per hour look nothing like a gig worker who is working 2 to 4 instead of the peak hours. Know your market, know your windows, show up where the money is. Number 4, multi-app. I run a whole bunch of different apps, and I'm always testing new ones, and I'm even testing the ones that I currently have. Not because I'm crazy, but because this is how math works with the gig economy in 2026. When DoorDash slows down, I don't sit down. I switch into Uber Eats, Spark, Instacart, whatever combo is popping off in my market at the time. It allows me to continue to make that $25 to $35 an hour. If you are just using one app, you are leaving money on the table. For example, I just became Platinum on Uber Eats. Why? Because I know a lot of drivers who are successful on Uber Eats, and I haven't had the same experience. So I wanted to know, is it my market that's not good with Uber Eats, or is it just me that Uber Eats is just not driving with? So I became Platinum. I experimented, which I talked about earlier. And the verdict's still out because I'm still testing it in my market. But don't be afraid to do that. And that is all part of multi-apping as well. Number 5, protect your car like it is your business. Because you know what? It is. This is how you run your business. Your car. The moment your car breaks down and you can't afford to fix it and the income stops, I've seen drivers lose everything because they treat their car like it's indestructible. Budget for repairs. Have a car fund. I put money aside every single day for a car fund. And do it before you need the repairs. I recommend setting aside, me personally, I do either my first order or my last order of the day. And that's what goes into my car fund. That's how I do it. You can do it any way you want to, but never neglect oil changes, never neglect your tires, your brakes. All that is part of the maintenance, but guess what? It kind of goes back to your real hourly rate and figuring out what it really is. Real quick, if this is giving you a different way to look at DoorDash in 2026, I need you to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, make sure you give this video a like so more Dashers like you actually see this. So is DoorDash worth it in 2026? Here's my honest answer. It is worth it. If you approach it like a business and you approach it like it's forever changing, it's a good side hustle. It is a good way of making some extra income, but it is a business. That means knowing your numbers. It means knowing your true hourly rate, which I do have a video that breaks all that down for you if you want to check it out. It means protecting your profit margin, working your best windows, multi-apping, treating your vehicle like it is your lifeline to this gig economy. The drivers who are struggling, they're running back in 2019 and it's not working in 2026. That playbook is just completely dead. Drivers who are winning, they're adapting and they're creating their own playbook that works for them in their market. They're strategic, they're sometimes selective, they multi-app, they're disciplined about their expenses, and they know what hours work best in their own zone, in their own market. Look, I know a lot of you came to this video because you might be frustrated. I get it. I have my days with DoorDash where I get frustrated. Maybe your earnings dropped and you're like, what the heck happened? Maybe you're watching your acceptance rate bounce back and forth between silver and platinum. And maybe you're wondering if it's even worth doing this DoorDash gig tomorrow. Believe me, I've been there. I've done that. I'm with you. And I've had weeks where I questioned everything, but here's what keeps me going. And I want this to keep you going too. This industry is not going to hand you stability. It's not going to hand you money. The apps are against you. They're not on your side. They're there to make you their money, not you make your own. But you can be on your side because you're the one who knows how to work the app. You can be smart about working DoorDash. You can have your own strategies. You can outwork dashers in your own market. You can build something real and can be real money that you put into your pocket. It's just a matter of how much money you're putting into your pocket. Now, I need you to drop a comment below. What is your DoorDash market like right now? Are things slow? Are you finding good orders? Are you making...
See, look, I make money doing DoorDash. I make money. crazy. Hold up. Where am I? Oh. All right, let me see. I'm trying to gotta find something else. I gotta find something else that's new. All right, this one is 24 minutes of what you weren't told about saving money that builds wealth. Basically, I've been streaming for a minute and I've been trying to tell people about saving. Now, let's see what is going on, Fahim Williams. Let's see what's going on with him.
If you're between the ages of 18 to 25, you have a job and you're living at home, I'm sorry, but you literally have the cheat code to saving and you're not doing anything about it.
3 things that I tell my sister all the time about saving money in your 20s. She doesn't seem to listen, so I want to tell you guys today here because I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to save your money in your 20s to live your best life in your 30s.
Saving your first $10,000 is a very hard thing to do, but once you can accomplish that, it is so much easier to then save your first $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000. So here are the exact steps I took to achieve that.
Here are a few ways that I save money as a 30-year-old man living in America.
Finance habits that every 18-year-old should be doing in 2026.
If you're between the ages of 18 to 25, you have a job and you're living at home, I'm sorry, but you literally have the cheat code to saving and you're not doing anything about it. That sounded very angry, let me calm down. But what I want to say, you do not realize how much of an advantage you have, especially if you've never rented by yourself or been financially independent. Yes, there are so many different circumstances. Perhaps you're a carer, perhaps you pay your parents' rent, but for most people that are living at home, they don't really have any costs. Because I saved 70k while living at home, so this is the best time to save and an opportunity that so many other people don't have. Number 1, my rule of thumb was to save what I would have spent on rent and bills. So maybe speak to your friends or look at what the average flat share, house share would be. I would even go on the higher end. So for me right now, I am paying £1,400 for my rent and bills, but when I was living at home, I was taking home £1,900 and I would make sure to save £1,000 no matter what. But if you think about it, if you didn't have that safety blanket of living at home, you would have to shell that out. So you kind of have to act like that money doesn't exist. Number 2, it's not just about savings, it's also about taking risk. Now, I don't mean quit your job and just become an influencer. What I mean by taking risk is take this time to start a side hustle, start a business, start something that would maybe require more time or more upfront capital that you wouldn't be able to do if you were literally living paycheck to paycheck. Number 3 is budget and track your expenses. Now, this doesn't have to be restrictive, but I think this is really important because if you don't get used to tracking your expenses and then you move out, you're probably going to have a shock and you're going to have to maybe reduce your lifestyle or reduce your quality of living because you've inflated it. I knew exactly what was coming out every single month, so when I moved out, I could budget accordingly. Following on from that, number 4 is not inflating your lifestyle just because you have more disposable income. Probably when you're living at home, that's the most disposable income you'll probably have in your life. A lot of people go on loads of holidays or use that money to buy loads of clothes. You have this time now to have a starting point to save so that you could buy your own home. Sure, buy things that you want, but just be mindful that you're in a privileged position. Number 5 is while you're living at home, you likely have meals made for you. Now, that's obviously a generalization too. Maybe not everyone has that, but you might have meals or lunches made for you. Buying your meals, do not be buying your lunch out at work or buying coffees or lots of different things during the day when you have the opportunity to have these things for free, instead of wasting your money on loads of extra food that you don't need. So those are my 5 tips for saving while living at home. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and follow for more content from me.
And she is spitting some real game as it pertains to you saving what you would have spent on rent. This is exactly what I talk about when I say you should live below your means and then invest the difference between your standard of living and the amount that you are making. If you do that, you will have an incredible financial future. The problem is what a lot of people do is even if they do live below their means, let's say if they decide to make that grand step in terms of improving their lifestyle, improving their finances, what they do is they then take the money.
Hello, lurkers. How y'all doing? Whatever your name is, what's good? I see y'all come in. Y'all don't say nothing. Y'all leave.
Money that would have gone to rent if they had a more expensive standard of living, and they put it into commodities and they put it into liabilities and they put it into things that they don't need. They go out more, they spend more money on alcohol, they spend more money on trying to chase girls. If you're a woman trying to chase boys or getting chased by them, they do all of these ridiculous things that does not improve their financial situation whatsoever. And so it's not just about you having a more inexpensive apartment or saying no more often in regards to being asked to come outside. It's about you maintaining good habits that allow your bank account and your brokerage account to grow. She also talked about taking calculated risks. This is something that is so critical to do, especially while you're younger. Why? Because when you're younger, you have far less responsibilities. You don't have to worry about a wife. You don't have to worry about children. You don't have to worry about all of the stresses in life that can cause taking risks to be much more difficult. And so it is very important that you take them, especially while you're young. So whether that be having a side hustle, freelancing, having a business idea, all of these different things are things that you need to be thinking of. One thing that you should not be doing is working that 9 to 5, getting off at 5 and just going around hanging out and chilling. That's something you should not be doing. All you're doing is wasting your time. In the next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 40 years are going to go by while you're working on somebody else's dream, working on somebody else's business, working on somebody else who decided to not work that 9 to 5 for the rest of their life, while you are being told what to do and what not to do for the rest of your life. She also went on to talk about tracking your expenses. This is something that everybody should be doing. I think everybody should understand how much money they have coming in, how much money they should have coming out. It's pretty self-explanatory, because if you do not have an understanding of those things, then it will be very easy to overspend. And when it comes to overflating your lifestyle, it's very easy to want to spend more and more, given that you're able to save more and more. No, since you're living at home, you need to be utilizing all of that money to, again, establish that strong financial foundation. That is going to literally be the best thing that you do in your life. Finally, she talked about how you have home-cooked meals and whatnot. Not everybody has that. Like she said, it's a generalization. But at the same time, you do want to make use of your parents. Of course, be an asset to them. Help around the house like you should have been before you even left or before you became of age. But you should be able to take care of them, and also they should be able to take care of you. It's something that only parents and children that have a good relationship should naturally do.
3 things I tell my sister all the time about saving money in your 20s. She doesn't seem to listen, so I want to tell you guys today here, because I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to save your money in your 20s to live your best life in your 30s. My husband and I are both pretty good at saving money in our own ways, him more so than me, but together we were able to buy a house in Manhattan when I was 29. Buying a house is a completely different topic that I can get into in another video, but number 1 rule is, I would say, you don't need the next new iPhone. If your battery sucks, then just get a portable charger and charge it that way, because we're at iPhone 15 right now, and iPhone 12 is still the best iPhone I've had. That leads me to my second point. Don't buy something just because it's on sale. Trust me, sales come along so often. It's truly a marketing play saying, we never do this, we never do sales. Trust me, brands do. They just want to capture that FOMO moment. So fashion trends come and go, but money lost does not. And lastly, live as if you earned 50% less. Live below your means is my biggest mantra. There will come a time when you get laid off, or you want to pursue a new passion and you're not going to be earning money for a little time. You need to be able to have that kind of cushion to be able to support you when the time comes. So live as if you make 50% less. And I hope more of you guys will listen to me than my sister does.
And she is not lying about those iPhones, y'all. Listen, I know the Apple ecosystem is great. I know they got the AirPods with the iPhone, with the MacBook, with the iPad. You got all the dilly-dallies that you want within the Apple ecosystem. That does not mean you get a new iPhone every single year. It's unnecessary. The benefits of having a new iPhone are so incremental that they do not justify the price. The iPhone 12 isn't much different from the 13, isn't much different from the 14, isn't much different from the 15, so on and so forth. They are simply advertising this phone to you just so they can make more money from you. She also went on to talk about how you should not purchase things just because they are on sale. Now, this is a problem that I see women typically have far more than men. Men typically gonna purchase it whether it's on sale or not. But Yes, this is an issue that needs to be addressed. Just because something is on sale does not mean you need to buy it. Some things are completely unnecessary. They're not going to look good in your wardrobe. You don't even have anything in your closet that goes along with it, so why are you getting it in the doggone first place? Trust and believe that there are some times when I've bought items in the past, they weren't necessarily on sale, but they were things I didn't need, that I bought and I realized I had nothing in my wardrobe to be compatible with the item in the first place. But we've already talked about what qualifies living below your means as being a good method of saving money and overall just building that foundation. Let's talk about the psychological changes that occur when you decide to make that decision in your life. If you go on living below your means, you become somebody who prioritizes the necessary things in life. You become somebody who is disciplined, somebody who's persistent, somebody who knows how to stick to their goals. These are all things that change in the human psyche when you decide that no, you're not going to overextend yourself. No, you're not going to purchase things that you don't need. No, I'm not going to hang around people that are not good for me because I'm too focused on improving myself for myself. And when you become a person like that, you're completely unstoppable. And those very same people, those very same scenarios, those very same situations that were trying to pull you back from reaching your goals are going to look up at you and be like, how did you do that? Can you help me? Ain't that funny?
Yo, here are 4 very basic ways for you to save money. Pay attention. Number 1, pay yourself first. What I mean by pay yourself first, every single time you get paid, every single time you make some money, take a portion of that money and put it away before you do anything else. Put it away before you pay bills, put it away before you go out to eat, put it away before you do anything. And listen, after you put this money away, that money is effectively gone. You don't touch it. Once you start doing this, it's going to be a compound effect. That money is just going to keep adding up. And after you pay yourself first, you figure out how to live with whatever you have left. Bro, I'm telling you, doing this, you will always have money. I don't care if it's $100, I don't care if it's $50, just put some money away. Number 2, buy it tomorrow. Now listen, what I mean by buy it tomorrow, before you buy those shoes, before you buy those clothes, before you buy something that you don't need, don't buy it right then and there. Just wait until tomorrow. In my experience, when you wait to buy something and you sleep on it and you think about it, more often than not, you end up not buying that thing because you don't want it that bad. Buying it tomorrow gets rid of that impulsive spending and that instant gratification of having something right then and there. But once you go home, start doing something else and go to sleep, you start to realize that that thing that you wanted is not even worth it and you're not even tripping about it anymore. And this is a bonus tip. I wasn't even going to put this in the video. But if you use this method and don't end up buying that thing, the same amount of money that you were about to spend, put it in your savings. So if you were about to spend $250 on some shoes, take $250 and put it into a savings account or wherever you put your savings. Number 3, create a budget and actually follow it. Where you need to know how much money you have coming in and how much money you got going out every single month. Most of the time, people can't save money because they don't have a budget and they have no idea how much money is going out. Before they do a budget, they got no idea that they spending more than what they making. Following a budget and knowing your numbers, you can cut out unnecessary spending and you can allocate that money to more important things into savings. You might do a budget and realize that you're spending way too much money on food. You spending way too much money on transportation and you need to switch some stuff up, so do a budget. And number 4, last but not least, you need to have more than one bank account. All your money should not be in one place. You gotta have different accounts for different purposes. Split up your money, bro, and always have that one account that you don't touch for anything, no matter what happens. And those are 4 ways that you can save money. If y'all want more advanced tips, let me know in the comments. Make sure that y'all follow for more.
Now, pay yourself first. This is a topic that I've spoken on a little bit in previous videos, but I do think it is important to elaborate on. When you are talking about paying yourself first, all that means is you are making sure that you prioritize your investments. You are making sure that you prioritize having that foundation of your finances made and set before you decide to invest in anything else in your life. So as soon as you get paid, your money should be going to your brokerage account. As soon as you get paid, your money should be going to stocks. As soon as you get paid, that money should be going to business ideas, should be going to something regarding improving your finances. And then after that, you take care of your necessities. The reason for this is because if you decide to delay it, if you decide to put it off, then you'll do just that. You'll delay it, you'll put it off, but you won't just do it for right now. You'll delay it and put it off forever. Then he went on to talk about having multiple bank accounts. Now, this is very important because every bank account is not the same. Some bank accounts are your standard checking, your standard savings, and then you have your high yield savings account, then you have your brokerage account, so on and so forth. All of these things have different benefits. When it comes to a high yield savings account, you're able to accrue interest. When it comes to your brokerage account, you're investing in stocks, you're investing in ETFs. All of these things make your money make money. But when it comes to your standard checkings, with your standard savings, with your standard brick and mortar banks, what you'll find is your money's just sitting there, depleting because of inflation. And one thing about money is you always want to keep your money moving. You never want your money to stop, because the moment that it does, you think it's sitting still, but because of inflation, because of the cost of living constantly increasing, it's actually regressing. It's actually going backwards. It's actually going down.
Here are a few ways that I save money as a 30-year-old man living in America. Number one, I don't loan money to family or friends. One of the biggest things I had to learn was to say no. I'm not saying I don't have it. I'm saying I don't have it to give to you. Second thing that I stopped doing, I stopped going on dates. As a man in America, dating is very expensive, especially if you're single. Imagine spending $200 per week. You do the math. That's almost 10 grand per year if you just went on one date per week. Number three, I bought a car that I could afford in cash. Still have that car. It's been 5 years. Do I want a new car? Absolutely, but this car works perfectly. I don't need a new car. The fourth thing, I don't pay for phone, internet, or cable. I use my company's LLC and write it off on my taxes. I don't personally pay for a phone or cable or internet. It's a tax write-off. It'll save you so much money. The fifth way that I save money, I don't gamble. I love sports, but let me tell you this. If the casinos or gambling companies, they lost more money than they won, they simply would not be in business. Number six, I have no desire to pop bottles in nobody's club. I don't club. I barely drink. That saves me so much money. I stay home. If you can master being bored, you will save so much money and you will discipline yourself to heal your financial trauma. The last way that I save money, I don't feel the need to upgrade every time a new iPhone or iPod or whatever comes out. I've had this phone for 3 years. It's all cracked up. It works perfectly. The only time I will upgrade is when this phone stops working. That's it. But I hope this video helps. Peace.
Now that brother just spoke some words of wisdom. When he talks about stop lending to your family and friends, oh my God. You should not be spending tons of money taking care of your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your aunties, your loved ones. No. Your friends should have money of their own. The truth of the matter is, it doesn't matter what kind of pressure anybody puts on you. It's your money. You work for it. You do what you want with it. And a lot of people, especially, let me talk to the brothers real quick. Lord have mercy. Let me talk to the brothers. Your mother is not your wife. Your mother is not your wife. That's a grown woman who made her own grown decisions. It's not your responsibility to look after her every which way. Now, I'm not saying don't look after your loved ones at all. I'm not saying that you should give them the complete gold shoulder. But what I am saying is you have to have boundaries for yourself. You have to set ground rules. Just because they were obligated to take care of you because they made you doesn't mean that you're obligated to take care of them. You didn't consent to being born. Brother also went on to talk about going on dates. Yes. When it comes to going on dates, man, you do not need to be going on dates consistently, especially if you are not where you need to be financially. Because frankly, there's always going to be other women out there to go on dates on. Women are always going to be there. They're not going anywhere. But you know what is going somewhere? Time. And you have a limited amount of time to put yourself in a good financial position. So you want to make sure you use your time wisely. Brother also spoke about not getting a car note. This is so important. Just use your car until it runs out. Don't sit there trying to upgrade a car every single time. No, that's even worse than the phones, because with the car, you on a payment plan, buddy. And some people even get phones on payment plans. Golly. But when it comes to your car, absolutely not. Because that's wildly more expensive than a phone could ever be. And the amount of interest that you're going to have to pay, it ain't even worth it.
Finance habits that every 18-year-old should be doing in 2026. For context, I'm 20 years old with over 6 figures saved, and I do all 4 of these things religiously. And this is day 7 of Navigating Your 20s, a series where I talk about investing, budgeting, and internships for 20-year-olds. These things, ditch them. We're only using credit cards in 2026. It can be scary because of all the debt assumptions behind it, but I assure you, if you can stay disciplined, the risk to reward ratio is so good. I'm going to Japan this year and I paid $0 in hotels just because I have a credit card. Literally, the only way you can get into credit card debt is if you are not paying your card off in full, so always make sure to only use your credit card like a debit card. Number 2 is going to be side hustle. I started selling clothes 2.5 years ago, and thank God that I found a side hustle because it is so hard to be buying things in this economy. The key note a lot of people slip up on is it's a side hustle. So you should still be going to school if you're going to college. You should still be working if you have a 9 to 5. It's something you do on the side in your extra time. Number 3, your money is always growing. I'm going to break this down into 3 sections into what I think is most necessary to least necessary. I do all 3 of these. So a high yield savings account is essentially a savings account that's going to pay you interest for putting your money in the bank account. If your money's sitting in a Wells Fargo account or a normal Bank of America savings account, it's earning 0.01% of interest, something like that. Putting it in a high yield savings account means that you're going to be getting around 3 to 4% depending on the interest rate. So let's say you have $1,000 in your high yield savings account, you're getting paid $30. Now $30 might not seem like a lot, but if you think about it, you're making $30 from just having your money in a bank account. Next up is stocks, and you can pretty much invest into real live companies and make money if that company is doing good. And stocks have a bad stigma of it being difficult. I'm going to keep it extremely simple. Just invest into ETFs like VOO or VTI. VOO tracks the top 500 companies in the US, and VTI tracks all of the companies in the US. So you're pretty much putting your money that the top 500 companies or all of the economy is going to not fail. Similar to stocks is a Roth IRA. The only difference is the Roth IRA is for retirement and you're able to withdraw your money tax-free when you retire. Now, Roth IRAs aren't glamorous at all, but trust me, your future self would be thanking you. And number 4, the most important thing to me is just living below your means. And it's crazy because I watch firsthand just how crazy it is when people get paid, they automatically spend their money on unnecessary things. And I think your hard-earned money should be spent and you should be able to enjoy it, but there's just certain products that are really unnecessary, so make sure if you don't need it, don't buy it.
I mean, everything that he said is pretty much right and exact. In terms of credit cards, I've always been an advocate for staying out of debt. And when you are using debt, like when you're using credit cards, that you should pay it off in full so you can get all of the benefits from them. The worst thing that you can do is use credit cards and not pay them off in full and have those preposterous interest rates accumulate over time. You're going to be deep underwater. And as far as side hustles and additional income, that is completely necessary. In this economy, when things are already far too expensive, things are already hard to maintain, you absolutely need an additional source of income to rely on. The people who do not have that additional source of income are usually going to be the people who have less money to invest and less time to build their futures. People who are completely only reliant on one income are typically more susceptible to financial vulnerability simply because if something happens to that one source, then your entire financial foundation falls apart.
Saving your first $10,000 is a very hard thing to do, but once you can accomplish that, it is so much easier to then save your first $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000. So here are the exact steps I took to achieve that. Starting off with number 1, you need to set a real budget. You need to know exactly how much money is coming in and going out of your account every single month. And if you need help with that, my budget tracker is linked in my bio. Second step is paying yourself first, and this is usually where most people mess up because they try to save the little amount of money that they have left over at the end of every paycheck, but that's the exact opposite of what you should do. You need to have a fixed amount that you automatically save right when that paycheck hits your account, and then whatever you have left, that's what you live on. The third step is to stop spending money stupidly, because I can guarantee everyone watching this has at least $10 to $100 a month going towards subscriptions that they barely use or they forgot about. So go through your subscriptions, go through your credit card statements, and cut out any unnecessary spending. I don't hear enough people talking about this next step, but I think it's super helpful. You need to make your savings inconvenient to touch, and you do that by creating a high-yield savings account, a separate bank account that is not linked to your checking account or a debit card, because you need a little bit of friction so you're not always spending that money unless it is an emergency, and on top of that, you're earning interest, which just leads to more money for you. And lastly, you need to increase your income, because you can only cut your expenses so much. If you really want to hit 10K in just a couple months, you need to increase your income, and you do that by one of 3 ways. Either earn more money at your current job, get a new job, or add in a side hustle. I don't care if it's bartending, walking dogs, furniture flipping, whatever you need to do to make more money. If you do all these 5 things, you will have 10K saved in just a few months.
So what do you guys think about the video? I just wanted to have another discussion about saving your money and the tips and tricks that are associated with doing so. The more that you save, the more that you invest, the more that you protect yourself from financial instability. And that's all I want for everybody on this channel. For everybody to learn from others and learn those mistakes in particular that other people make, such that we don't have to make them ourselves. But thank you for tuning into this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you would like to see more. And I will see you in the next one. Deuces.
All right, so let me go ahead and I'm gonna go on ahead and head on out. So I'm gonna go on ahead and head on out, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. I do gotta go to. I have men's Bible study, so I will be going for the media ministry, going to Kane Christian Church, and I was watching the Good Friday, and I wish I would have been there, but wasn't able to be there. So, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to figure out what day I'm going to do a 24-hour stream. I'm going to figure out what time I'm going to do it and everything, so stay tuned. Be blessed. Everybody have a blessed day. Be lit. Peace.
Rush the process. I trusted the plan. God don't move fast when he can. Every closed door built my spine. Rush the process. I trusted the plan. God don't move fast. He move when he can.